Here is a longer poem built from your lines and imagery, expanding the metaphor of water and stone into something reflective and gentle. Be water, not stone. Be water. Do not be a stone. Do not live with a clenched heart, heavy with pride and sharp with silence. Do not stand, unmoving, thinking strength is the refusal to bend. Be water, the kind that listens before it speaks, that yields without losing itself, that gives way, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. A stone believes it lasts forever because it does not change, yet it cracks under the sun, splits in the cold, breaks when time grows tired of its stubbornness. It wounds what touches it and wonders why it is left alone. Water chooses another path. It does not argue with mountains. It moves around them. It does not shout at walls. It waits, patient and certain, drop by drop. It teaches the hardest rock the meaning of surrender. Be water in your heart. Let forgiveness flow through you, cooling anger before it burns the world. Let your words be rivers, not weapons. Let your silence be a lake, not a locked door. A stone cannot melt water, no matter how cold, how cruel, how sharp its edges are. Water remains what it is, alive, moving, returning. But water with time can soften every stone it meets. When you give in, you do not disappear. When you choose peace, you do not lose your strength. You become vast. You become deep. You become something that carries others safely across. So be water, flowing, forgiving, enduring. Leave behind the hard heart, the rigid posture, the fear of bending, because in the end, stones are remembered for their weight, but water is remembered for giving life. Be the quiet mercy that moves without announcing itself. Be the patience that listens when anger is loud. Be the softness that bends without breaking its own truth. A stone stands still and calls it power, but time does not agree. It cracks the stone in silence, splits it with frost and fire, turns its certainty into dust. The stone never learns, it only endures, alone. Water learns everything. It learns the shape of the earth, the language of valleys, the long memory of the sky. It falls as rain, without pride, touches every life without judgment, and leaves blessings wherever it rests. Water gives in, yet it never gives up. It kneels before mountains and still arrives. At the sea, it accepts every wound, every container, and still remains itself. Let your heart be water. Let forgiveness flow where bitterness once lived. Let compassion wash your words until they no longer cut. Let your silence heal instead of punish. A stone cannot melt water. No cruelty can dry a river of kindness. No hardness can erase a soul that chooses peace. But water, patient, faithful, will one day soften the sharpest edge, will teach the hardest heart the art of becoming human. Be water in love, flow toward those who are lost. Be rain for the thirsty, shade for the burning, a bridge for the weary, because in the end, stones are remembered for how they block the way, but water is remembered for carrying life forward. If the world were a desert and I a lone traveler, your love would be my well hidden yet eternal, a promise whispered beneath the sand. I cannot imagine surviving this life without the shelter of your heart. When the sun grows merciless and the nights they stretch long and cold It is your presence that steadies my breath, your voice that teaches the wind my name. You are the pillar of my life, carved not from stone, but from patience, from faith, from endless giving. On you, my days lean without fear of falling. On you, my dreams rest and rise again. I have seen strength wear many faces, but none as gentle as yours. You lift without reminding me of my weight. You guide without claiming the path as yours alone. In your love, I am never small, never lost, never alone. If fate were to test me with storms, I would walk forward, knowing your hand is the horizon I move toward. If silence were to surround me, your love would still speak, soft and sure, like the moon, speaking to the tide. I love you not only for who you are, but for who I become when I am with you. Braver, calmer, truer. You are my certainty in a restless world, my home in every direction, my forever, written without ink. And if one day words fail me, know this will remain. My life stands because of your love. My heart beats because it learned your name. I love you as the desert loves the rain, as the night loves the stars, without question, without end. My love, even though miles stretch between us, my heart has never felt closer to yours. Distance has a strange way of proving what truly matters, and every day apart only reminds me how deeply connected we are. I carry you with me in everything I do, in the quiet moments before sleep, in the small things that make me smile, and in the dreams I build for our future. I miss you in ways words can barely explain. I miss your voice, your presence, the comfort of knowing you are right beside me. Yet, even in that missing, there is something